Many of us love using Strava to keep an eye on our rides and perhaps even inject a dose of healthy competition into things. There are so many features on the platform, with more added all the time, some of which you might not be aware of. We've covered a few on the channel before, and in this vid I'm going to share a few more hidden nuggets you might want to know about. Starting us off then, first feature. Now this one is for Strava subscribers, best efforts. So this kind of collates all your best efforts and times. It puts them all in one place. So you can know how fast you've ridden over a certain distance and see if you can better that time. It's a really great way of kind of having all your personal best efforts and times in one place. And I love how you get notified as well, that if you do beat that, you get a little buzzer and you're kind of like, right, I'm on form, I'm going for it. But it's also a really useful place to keep track of kind of your power personal best over your all-time or maybe a specific duration, so you can really keep tabs on your progress, keep yourself motivated and know when that fitness is starting to build. Leaderboards are perhaps a key part of Strava. It's maybe what we all use it for, seeing how our time compares on the leaderboard, maybe try and get a K or QOM and, get that local KOM, which is what I try and keep, get the top spot and hold it, although I'm gonna be honest, I haven't managed to do that in a long time. But now, if you are like me and you're not getting any kind of top spots on the leaderboard, if you're a subscriber, you can now actually see where you rank in terms of percentage. So you can see if you're in the best 1%, the best 50%, see that percentile and see how you compare to other people taking on this segment. And I think this is really cool because it means that if you aren't always hitting that top spot, you can track your progress, see how you're moving up through the leaderboard, and it's a great way of keeping tabs on your progress too, again, and see how you're progressing. Okay, this next feature is for all of you out there, subscriber or not, and I think this is a really good update to Strava. So if you're someone that maybe heads out on a lunchtime ride at work and overextends things slightly and you don't quite want to share how long you've been out riding for, you can hide your start time now. You can hide when you are riding. This is also great for if you ride regularly at a specific time and maybe you don't want to broadcast the whole world when you're leaving the house and going for your ride or your run or any other activity that you're posting to Strava. And this is a really easy one to do. You simply go to your activity, you hit edit and you toggle hide start time. So now you don't have to make the whole thing private. You can still share your ride, but you don't have to share when you're leaving the house. Strava Flyovers are an awesome way to share your ride in quite an incredible 3D map. We love it here at GCN. We love looking at where we've been riding around the world and also dream about where we could ride in a pretty incredible and beautiful map. I'm a big fan of maps, I must admit, I do love them. But now on Strava, this cool feature, you can actually add data to those flyovers. So you can replay your ride on the map, but you can also see the time you've been riding, the distance, elevation data, and some pretty cool stats on screen. So it's just another cool way to share your ride to your friends. Heat maps is one of my favorite tools on Strava. So it allows you to see where other people have been riding on the map, and it allows you to find some really cool kind of trails which might not be as noticeable if you simply look at that big map on paper. There are a few cool things within heat maps on Strava though to be aware of. So you can actually look at your own heat map, your own weekly heat map, to see where you've been riding throughout the week. I love this because it allows you to see some roads you've never tried before that aren't that obvious, just broadens your horizons. Now for subscribers, you can also use heat maps when you're building a route and you can toggle it to different sports. So it's not just every activity that's been logged on Strava, it's like just your riding, maybe just your trail running, your road running. You can separate those sports so you know exactly if that trail where you've seen a lot of activity on, is that a mountain bike or is that a gravel bike that's been going down there? And that is something that I've got very wrong in the past when I've planned my routes. And I've taken Hank down some pretty rough roads. He's given me a lot of grief for it. So this will hopefully end that habit of mine, or not, because I do like hike a bike every now and again, especially when it gets Hank's goat. Right, this next feature is for those of you who like to commute to work or commute by bike. So if you are logging that activity to Strava, you can simply toggle it as a commute. Make sure you tag it as a commute, because then Strava will tell you how much carbon you've saved by riding instead of taking the average passenger vehicle. It's also used by something called Strava Metro, which is only available to urban planners and active transportation advocates. So it could actually help make more bike and pedestrian friendly choices in your neighborhood. Also, it's just, I think, really useful to know how much carbon you're saving by riding. It can help you make a really good choice in terms of whether you need to ride a journey or take the car and make some more environmentally friendly choices. Right then, next one's pretty simple. Dark mode is now on Strava. If you don't know what dark mode is, it inverts the colors on your app or your phone to make them more eye-friendly in low light conditions. This is a really easy one to do. You just go to your settings, into your appearance settings, and you toggle dark mode on. And if that's your thing, dark mode is the way forward. I was kind of like hoping there'd be some like sunglasses and lightsabers, darkness, just got the vibe. Dark mode, it's on Strava. Another feature to be aware of on Strava is the points of interest overlay on the maps. I love using this because I always like to know where a cafe is and where a bike shop is on my routes. And if you're a subscriber, you can then click on these and make them part of your route so you perfectly align with your favorite espresso, flat white, cappuccino, macchiato, hot chocolate, Earl Grey, whatever it might be. You can make sure it's on your route, and if you're riding in the middle of nowhere where you don't know where you're going, you can use your Strava maps to know exactly where you need to be at the right time and drink that coffee to your heart's content. But there's also really useful information as well in terms of where you can refill water, where there's toilet stops, or even just really cool viewpoints on a route that you might want to stop out and just savor. Maybe do some meditation with your bike, or get a photo of your bike for the bike vault, or just, sunbathe with sun cream. Don't drop any litter. Make your own viewpoints, upload them to the maps, and let other people enjoy them too. Last up now, and this is another one for Strava subs, matched activities. So this is a function within Strava where an algorithm kind of identifies when you've completed a similar route on your ride in your local area, wherever it may be in the world, and it will automatically compare your time to a previous effort, which I think is a really useful way of tracking your progress, knowing if you're getting any faster or slower, especially useful if you don't have a power meter. And I love doing this, especially because I like to stick to pretty similar routes actually. So it's quite a nice way of seeing how my fitness is getting on. If I am getting faster, which I'm not, I'm getting slower. We don't want to talk about that. But if you're unlike me and you are getting faster, check out matched activities on Strava. It'll give you a good old morale boost. Right, there you go, a few hidden features on Strava you might want to be aware of. Let us know in the comments section down below what's your favourite feature on Strava, or what we might have missed. Always interested to hear your thoughts. I think my favourite is the fact that you can now hide the start time of your activities, because now it allows us all to go out riding our bikes whenever we may want. Just ride at midnight. Who cares? Well, I mean, no one really cared before. Or ride for 2 hours at lunchtime. Was that 7 AM, 6 AM, 5 AM? Thanks for watching it from. See you on the next one.